Hello, how's it going? We are back with some Project Motor Racing for a change. There's been a big update today for Project Motor Racing, the 2.0 update. If you have a look in the description, there's a link to the patch notes. Quite a lot has changed. If you remember the previous Project Motor Racing streams we did, the UI is one of the first things that's changed. It's got a brand new UI. It's got a load of new stuff. New UI, career's changed a bit, and that's what we're going to have a look at tonight. There's apparently some new haptics for the DualSense. A lot of the cars have had the physics tweaked. Graphics are meant to be a bit better. Lots of things. If you have a look at the patch notes, it's quite extensive. It's kind of like a soft reset for the game. It's been 5 months, I think. It's still like 5 months since the first one came out, since it originally came out. So they've been tweaking it for then. And this is what they've been working on. So we'll check it out. I'll jump into the single player and the campaign, and we'll try the Mazdas out, see how that is, and then I'll try a few other different cars and see how that goes with the DualSense to see if it is any better. I've kept my steering controls that I used to use. There's a video linked in the description for those, for the controller settings. I've just got a fairly basic view for the vertical at the moment, unfortunately, because I haven't had time to sort out a zoomed in view like I've been doing recently. So we are going to go with a fairly basic that. Let me just put the controller on for this one. Where are we? It is there. Let's put it there. There we go. Put the controller there. So yeah, if I jump into single player, we've got Endurance Hall, Factory Driver, Career, and Race Weekend. So I'll jump into Career. That was my old career, but I'll start a new one just to see if there's anything different. So I've got 15 championships to Legacy. Welcome to professional motorsport. So I've got championships to do now. Run your team, manage your budget, choose your classic cars, select your sponsors. And that's another thing they've changed. They've actually got real world sponsors in it now. Team name. Oh, it's still there. Okay, let's fix that. Team racing, there we go. Not very imaginative, but there we go. Europe, we'll have a European, and we'll go with the old. Go with Jim Stair for our username. We're in the UK. You can't change your icon though, because that was my PlayStation icon. So team location, we'll go with that. Career experience, authentic. I mean, we may go for top difficulty, race length 1 times. Yeah, we'll try it. Go hardcore. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Starting budget, I'll go for journeyman driver. Start at the bottom of the ladder. Getting on the grid is only the first battle, so we'll start with a journeyman driver. All right, sponsorship model. Spark, it's classic no sins, built on exposure. Grass, higher flat pay per race. You get paid every race. Blackbeard, front the cost of your championship and entry fees. This one's quite easy. Win the race matches your payout. Take the title, liquid money matches the championship purse. Cover repair bills. Take a cut of your winnings. So that's take pole and set the fastest lap. So that's a fat fee for race based on a question. Because this one's I'm going to go for that one. They front the cost of the fees, because that was the thing I ran out with last time, was the fees run out. So we'll go with that. Sponsors Blackbeard. Very piratey. Are you ready to build your legacy? I can't. It's a nice little way of phrasing it, I suppose. Right, so we've got Mazda. It's the new car screen. So it's cost 82 grand. Can we buy anything else? Let's see, class select. So it's not going to give it's not going to give him much chances, is it? 992 trophy. Oh, yeah, can't buy that. So that's slightly out of my budget. Can we do filter cars? Sorted alphabetically. Next filter, sorted by class favorites. Okay, so that's can't really sort by that. Let's go for class again. 964. It's the Porsche. It's like the old Porsche Cup, isn't it? So what's that one? So that's 38 grand for one of them. So I could afford one of them if I wanted to go on the Career Cup. So it's 38 grand 250 for a Porsche 911 Carrera, the old ones. The Mazda MX-5. It's 82 grand for a Mazda MX-5. That's mad. Compared to the Porsche. I mean, we'll try the Mazda because that's what they've updated. Let's find a livery. I mean, I quite like the red one. Oh, that one's alright. Go with that. So, buy the Mazda, see what we go. Just event calendar, next event. United Kingdom MX-5 trophy. US MX-5 trophy South, and the MX, we'll go for the United Kingdom one. Northampton and Derby, so we'll start with round one. Be interesting to see how this handles and how it's different on the controller. I mean, it might be a lot better, it might be a lot worse. Oh, it's raining. Nice. Just what we need. Oh, that's a bit jittery. That took a little while to load in. So I'm playing this at 1440p now. It was 1080 last time I played it. That was just my screen. Lovely weather. So this didn't happen last time. So it's just a practice. Yeah, I've got 10 minutes left to practice. Got pretty cold tyres there by the looks of it. It's tricky to see where you're going when it's like this. Let's try that view so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh my word, it's just tank slappers all over the place. Well, this is going to be interesting for the first race. Oh, and then there it goes. Just like the real UK. It is. How's it going? Let me just adjust this. Can I change my... I want to change my overlay. Try that. So hopefully that'll refresh. Oh, that worked. Alright. Turn to pit. Try that again. I'm driving a Mazda MX-5. With zero experience of any rain driving. I mean, there's not There's the car. There's the radar that they added. I mean, I'm not getting a massive amount of feedback, to be fair, through the controller. And that's one of the things they were meant to have done. I get the gear changes through the controller. So yeah, when I change gear, I'm getting a feel through that. But I'm not feeling any road surface at all. The rev limiter I do. That comes through the controller. So yeah, I don't get any feeling of what the tyres are doing.
Okay, mate, be careful on the first few laps. You need to warm the brakes and tyres. I'll let you know when you can start to push.
So that's a bit different. Yeah, the Mustang won't. This Mazda's yeah, it just spins, and you get no feeling that it's doing that. To the controller, you get absolutely nothing. I feel the rumble strips, but yeah, you can't tell what the car's doing. That's a bit of a shame. And there's no the controller settings. Oh my word! There is no speed sensitivity on it, so you can tell.
5 minutes remaining.
You can tell when when you're steering at a low speed and when you're steering at high speed. Normally on controllers and stuff like that, there's a sensitivity, so it doesn't steer the same. But yeah, I went in a bit hot there, I think. And trying to get the car to go straight is a challenge in itself. Yeah, because you don't get any road sensation through this. The tyre sliding, or it's very weird. After playing Gran Turismo, it feels very weird. It's like there's a massive amount of feedback missing. Flying zone exploit. A lot of standing water. It just feels so weird. And the car spun me out. Let's go into quali. No, I don't want to quit to the main menu. Can I skip? Return to pit. Yeah, return to the pit. It's not a Mustang, it's a Mazda MX-5. Right, let's go for next. Next session. Let's try some practice. Or quali, rather. Hey, final sector, how's it going? mean, it's a bit harsh for giving you rain on your very first race in the career. It's very difficult to steer at slow speeds as well. Because I'm sure you could feel more grip than this before. It's going to be an interesting race anyway. The back end just goes. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll have to be more careful on the brakes and turn in, I reckon.
Okay, mate, be careful on the first few laps. You need to warm the brakes and tyres. I'll let you know when you can start to push.
Oh, that was close. If you go into like massive opposite lock, you manage to survive it. But trying to get it to turn around and then moving at slow speeds, and it just goes to like a big tank slopper. It's kind of difficult to know how far to move the steering. Yeah, I'm sure driving in the rain's harder the best of times. Well, I made it round a corner. Yeah, way too hot into that one. Slight tap on the wall.
Yeah, we sustained some minor suspension damage. Rear left, rear left. Nothing serious, so keep the pace up.
The spotter thing's a lot better. Nothing, nothing major. The car is literally crabbing. Is very difficult to control. I'm trying to feel if I'm getting any feedback through the trigger, and I don't know if there's a bit of resistance there or not. There's nothing on the brake side. It's the tiniest bit of resistance. So much that you'd hardly notice it's there. So on that slow corner, I'm trying to steer, and the car is like massively oversteering. They seem to be going quite quick through there. See if I can keep to these dry lines. Right, we managed to do a few corners without coming off. But the car is just lilted sideways. We're having to steer to the right to get the car to go straight. And there we go, come off again. Right, the car's wrecked, so we'll go back to the pit. And we'll see what happens in the race. Because we'll start at the back.
Yeah, mate. Well, we didn't set a time, so...
Yeah, we know.
Remember, mate, it's gonna be slippery into that first corner, so stay out of trouble.
Give me a 15-second penalty for a false start. Oops. It's difficult to kind of know what steering lock to put on. Because you're not getting any feedback about the road. You can't feel if the tyres are slipping. The only thing you've got to go off is the camera. And you get that weird tank slapper effect. If you try and correct your slide, even if you're moving the stick just the tiniest amount, it massively overcorrects what you're doing. It's really hard to correct going off the circuit. Yeah, it's the way to do it. I need to brake earlier. I tend not to play motorbike stuff, so probably not. And plus it's Moser as well, so it probably wouldn't even work on a PlayStation. Ah, there it goes. I might get the hang of it by the end of the race. I mean, wet weather's not the best way of testing this to start with. The tiniest bit of acceleration just sends the car spinning. Yeah, I'm not going to get anywhere with this. Let's quit back. I'm just going to try some single races. Because if I'm just going to be going through on the wet, I'm just not going to get anywhere with it. Do a race weekend with a Mazda in the dry at let's find a track that we know. Is it Lime Rock Park? Let's go with a basic Lime Rock Park. Summer average. Try that. See if this works any better. Because I've kind of got the hang of driving around this circuit. I mean, the graphics do seem crisper than they were before. I'll give it that. And the rear view mirror is a lot sharper than it was. And the centering of the steering wheel is a lot sharper than it used to be as well. I think you used to be able to take that pretty much flat.
Okay, mate, let's go for some fast laps now.
Right,
Tires and brakes are in the window.
I'm fast for an American. I mean, I'm not American. Oh my word, what is that doing? It feels weird compared to what it used to. I'm not entirely sure if it's better or not. Because you used to be able to keep the car on the road. Because like the car's jiggling around a fair bit on the road and you can't feel any of it through the controller. Hey Carl. Move that out of the way. The D-pad, no, I wouldn't do that. You go to F1 driver. I don't watch F1, so I don't really have one.
Rear aero damage. You've got some minor rear aero damage. On the TV feed it doesn't look too bad though, so keep pushing.
Yeah, I don't watch F1, so I don't really know who anyone is. Apart from maybe a couple of drivers. And you don't actually get any contact bump as well. When you go over that bump, the car just goes. It never used to do that. It does feel a lot more sort of jittery. I know a lot of people who use the D-pad for Circuit Superstars. There were some people who were really quick on the D-pad for that. It's very difficult to steer on a pad. Is that trying to correct it, the steering? Because it's like Gran Turismo, the way that plays on a pad is absolute night and day compared to this. I mean, I'm sure this plays really nicely on a wheel, but yeah, it's not as good to play hard as it used to be.
You've got 5 minutes left.
Because I used to be able to actually launch it around this circuit. Because even on the races against the AI on 100, I could beat their times on this. So if you lift for that top corner, oh, that was invalid. Is that track limits? At least the AI didn't bash into me. That's how I tend to steer. But you can't really put too much steering input in on this. So I could just about... Oh, shit. I could just about hear the tyre squeal when the car slid. But yeah, I'll have a chat with some of the devs on Discord about it and see what they say. I mean, it looks better than it did. I don't think the frame rate's quite as good as it used to be, but it's definitely a lot clearer and a lot sharper, the picture. Okay, let's go into a qualifying and see how we do. Yeah, it's definitely a lot sharper. But yeah, it's very difficult to control it on the pad. Right, this is qualifying to see if we can get round. Not coming off. I mean, I've not played this for ages. It could just be that. Or the steering settings I used to have just don't work anymore. Oh, there's a few different sensitivity options. But there's nothing that adjusts the speed sensitivity of it. I think that's the issue. I think it's a lack of feel. Because you get limited feedback about what the car's doing. Hey, catch. And that. One thing, you can drive on the grass. It's not like Gran Turismo where the grass is completely like ice. So when you're driving on the grass, it does actually feel a bit like driving on grass. And is it? I know the MX-5 was one of the ones they've sort of improved the tyre model on, and they've meant to have improved how it drives on a controller. But if anything, you just don't get any feedback, so it makes it really easy to drive. I mean, you don't even hear a lot of engine road noise. Oh yeah, with practice I'd get there. But as soon as the car goes out of shape, that's it, you're done. You can't. From
the TV feed, looks like you've lost front aero.
You can't feel what the car's doing.
Hit this lap.
I haven't changed them yet. I'm still using the ones I set before, and I think they probably will need a tweak. Let's just have a look at the settings. Right. So I've got the basic ones. Saturation zone is fair enough. It's not so much the... I don't know. It's weird. It's because you're trying to... When you're steering at a low volume, it's taking the same amount of input as it does... Sorry, a low speed as it does when you're at a high speed. And at a low speed, it just means the car just starts swinging wildly from left to right, and you can't do anything with it. You know, you'd have to put that little steering angle in. You couldn't. I think that's the default 70 and 75. So we'll try that. See if less steering angle helps. But then you lose out. I think it's with the grip, it's difficult to know. I think that's that's the issue. There's no way of knowing how much grip you've got. You can't tell when it's going. It'd only be through trial and error. That you'd know. Because there's no sensation through the controller to let you know that your grip's moving. It's like when I mostly slid round that corner. And on Gran Turismo, you can feel it slide. You can feel it, and you can hear it. Whereas on this, the audio for the car sliding is quite limited. I can feel the rumble strips, they're quite strong. But the car's you can see the car's bouncing around on the road surface quite a lot. But you don't feel any of that. And as soon as the car goes out of shape, you can't save it. Because you don't have the steering angles put in. got 4 minutes. Will I actually even get a lap in? Oops. As soon as you go out of shape, you're done. Let's go into the race. So let's practice. Is it just practice? What do I do next? Practice 10 minutes next session. So this is qualifying. Let's try the quali. I might need to exaggerate the tyre squeals or something. So that was a bit better.
Good luck, mate. Full send. Full send.
Oh, there's a load more cars coming out. Oh, as soon as you turn in. I mean, they're like normal track limits, I suppose. It's like if I just turn a tiny bit of steering angle. So you can't do that corner. You have to lift on that corner. If you try and do it straight, it just chucks the car away. Oh, that car doesn't sound very well. No. Nicely done. Let's go into the race. No. That's it. You can't tell what's going. If you can't feel what the car's doing, you can't anticipate what the car's doing.
Unfortunately, there's no time on the board. We'll start from the back.
And that's the tricky part. Is you get no sensation at all about what the car's trying to do, apart from the visuals. So yeah, you can't really. You know, you've got nothing to work with. I can see the car's rotating, but I don't know how much to try and save it. Whereas before, I kind of got used to it.
Focus on the lights.
I thought I had the handbrake on then. Where's the handbrake? It's very weird on a controller. It's how it is. I mean, on the PlayStation, it looks nicer. It definitely looks sharper. And the rear view mirror is far better than it was. I'll give it that. But the driving sensation feels very weird.
Car on your left.
Right. See if we can catch up with some of these.
Car on your right.
That's it. You can't do anything with it. As soon as it goes.
Okay, mate, you've got some minor damage on the front wing. You might get some more understeer, but you're still good to continue.
Yeah, I think it's at the moment I would say it's very, very difficult to control this on a controller because you've got no idea what the car's doing. I would imagine if you got proper force feedback from a wheel, you'd be alright. But I would say it's probably worse than it was before on a controller. Oh, you would get used to it. Because with sliding off there, I only put a minor correction in to try and get it back.
Suspension, front right. There's some minor damage. It might pull to the right a little, but looks drivable. So keep up the pace.
It does pull to the right a bit, he's correct. And the cars feel less grippy than they did before. Right, let's try some different cars. I mean, on a wheel, I'm sure it's completely different, but on a controller at the moment, it's very tricky. Right, let's go into the 992, maybe not that for now. Where's the other car? Can you pick different cars? No. 964. That one. We'll try that 964. Go with that. What course should we go for? Trying to find a track I'm very familiar with. I mean, that's probably a bit of a big track, isn't it, for this car? I'm not park. Ah, it's Monza, Brianza. Where's the other one? Northampton. That's what's the name, isn't it? I mean, we'll keep it on Light Rock for now. It will give us something to compare against. See how this drives. I do like Interlagos. It's a good circuit. I just think this car might not be quick enough. I mean, Derby I used to drive on that Porsche quite a lot. I think one reason I started using cockpit view with this car is so I had an idea of how much steering angle I was using. So with the steering wheel, I know how much steering angle I've got.
Okay, mate, you can push down. Tyres and brakes are up to temps.
Now he tells me. Almost hit him again. It's quite tricky to drive this car on here. I'm limited by the steering angle as well. No, I've not played iRacing. It's not, you can't get iRacing on console, so. Yeah, this car is doesn't turn very well. Let me just put the controller steering up angle up again. Try that. All right, okay. I mean, it's a bit of a money sink, isn't it? iRacing. This is probably easier to drive than the Mazda.
Push down. Push down.
Lock the tyres up a bit there.
That looked like a pretty big hit, mate. You've lost the front splitter. Box this lap for a replacement.
That's box. You can't, and because you don't know how much you're steering, you can't save any of the spins. See if we can, the steering angle is really, really slow compared to the MX-5. Let's try the other Porsche to see if it's that car. Let's try the 992. See what this car feels like. Because this is the Cup car's another one that was updated. Strangely, this feels easier to drive. He says coming off. Does leave nice tyre marks in the grass though. That's having a farming simulator development engine. This does feel better. Can't really get any speed up though. Doesn't like curbs. Let that car past. I mean, apart from the lack of feedback, this car is better to drive. I mean, you can feel a tiny bit when it's starting to slide, but it's only because of the noise. It is almost impossible to save a slide on this.
Rear aero damage. You've got some minor rear aero damage. On the TV.
Oh, let's try one of the other cars. That didn't feel too bad, that car. Okay, still no feedback to let you know what the car's doing, but... let's try... Let's try a GT4 car. If I can find GT4. I'm not sure what GT4 will come under. There it is.
It's a special part of a race because you can get into a rhythm.
Let's try the Vantage.
Special zone, and there is something different about driving in the night that you do end up
Green, classic.
calmer.
Right, let's give this a go. The thing with cockpit view, it's very difficult to get your bearings with it. The gearing feels very weird compared to Gran Turismo as well. I'm sure this is a lot more realistic over that kind of thing. That's the roof cam.
Suspension, front right. There's some minor damage. It might pull to the right a little, but looks drivable.
If anything,
Keep up the pace.
it pulls to the left. So this doesn't feel too bad to drive, he says, going into the grass. Weirdly, now it pulls to one side. It's driving all right. But yeah, I have to say, they've done a decent job with the visuals since last time. It's just the feel through the controller is very, very tricky. I mean, the new UI is quite nice. It's better than the old one. Except for the car selection bit. I think that's a bit. Not sure about the car selection bit. I'll give one more car a go, and then I'll call it a night, I think. I mean, well, let's try GT3. Corvette. See what the Corvette's like. Bit of a short circuit for a Corvette, but we'll give it a go. See what this feels like. It's probably going to feel way too small. But then we have got ABS and TS on this. Now this actually drives alright. It's got a bit more air. Nicely done AI. It's a lot more forgiving. It does feel like you can kind of chuck it around a bit. Doesn't just spin out on the grass either. Who'd have thought that so far the easiest car to drive on here is a GT3 car? Except when someone smashes the rear quarter and just spinning. See, that's actually quite good fun to drive. Let's wait for these cars to come past. It's just a shame you can't tell when the back end's starting to slide. But as soon as you touch the grass, it's game over, as you'd expect. What else have we got? Group 5, which are they? I mean, let's try one of the nutty Group 5 cars. I'll just finish off with a ridiculous car. A Capri. Try that. See, on the license test, I did quite well on this. Because I could beat the AI on the license test before, whereas now, for some reason, I just can't control it at all. Right, let's see how this goes. I remember when I tried the online racing a while ago. And it was absolute chaos. And the AI is much better than it used to be in this. Listen to that engine. Oh, no ABS for sure. This is surprisingly drivable. Are you playing on a wheel? Ah, call that one. Let's see what it's like on the control in the cockpit. Need to brake a bit more there. The way they model the cockpit looks quite nice. And I always find the flappy windscreen wipers quite good fun. Surprising amount of grip. The car does go very light at the top of that hill. Well, this is surprisingly drivable. Lock up. Yeah, I think there needs to be a lot more feedback through the DualSense. And that was one of the things they were meant to have improved on this update. If anything, I find there's less feedback. It's a long way from the feel of like Gran Turismo. I think this car sounds amazing. Especially at the high revs, that's quite good fun. Yeah, I know. I mean,
5 minutes left.
there are some things that are better, but I'm finding it a struggle on the controller. Whereas before I managed okay. It's the weirdest, like that Ford Capri Group 5 car felt easier to drive than the Mazda. I mean, the graphics are nicer than they were. The rear view mirror is much better than it was. So that kind of thing. I don't know if the performance has dropped a tiny bit. Doesn't feel quite as smooth. What have we got for the GT500 cars? Skyline. So I've got all them installed. Are they locked? Why is that locked? Oh, do we not own them? Do we not own them? I thought I had them. Guess not. Guess I don't have those. I thought I had the DLCs. I'll have to double check that. Right. Pick a different one. GTO. Let's try this. This car should be a bit nuts, I think. No worry on it. I think with the Fanatec it might be alright. this is surprisingly drivable as well.
From the TV feed, looks like you've lost front aero. Come in this lap. Hit this lap.
Let's see, have I lost front aero? Oh, just a bit. It's kind of a weird crunch, isn't it? How easy is it to drive in a cockpit view? Feels better. Oh, feel the tyres lock up then. Yeah, it's more controllable than the Mazda. Hey, Nick. Yeah, the cars sound great. Yeah, I think the main downside for this is the feeling through the controller. It makes it difficult to know what the car's doing. Apart from that, I think everything else is better. I mean, the graphics are better, it looks nicer, draw distance is better, DUI is nicer. I mean, AI is a bit dodgy, but it always was. Yes, we'll cut out of that. Right, so I'm probably going to call it a night on that tonight because it's 20 to 1. Yeah, weird one. I mean, slightly disappointing on how the DualSense feels because I know that was meant to be improved with the feedback. And if anything, it feels a bit less feedback than you had before. You don't get any sensation of what the car's doing on the road, which is a shame. Apart from that, you know, a lot of stuff's better. But for me, it's not very playable on the controller at the moment. So I'll have a chat with one of the devs anyway tomorrow and see what they say about it and see what they think. But yeah, it's worth giving a go. I would imagine this is definitely steps in the right direction for the rest of the game. And I suppose this is more like it should have launched as. The way the UI is, stuff like that. Because the UI is so much nicer for most of it. That's a massive change. After the online player, I don't know what that's like yet because I've not tried it, but that might be better because I know they've added different rules and stuff, penalty points and all that kind of stuff for the ratings. So I don't know if that's going to make it any cleaner. I'll have to give it a go and find out, but I'll wait until it plays a bit better on a controller, I think, if I don't get wheel anytime. So yeah, that'll be it for me. I will hopefully be back with Screamer tomorrow night. Looking forward to playing that. So I should hopefully be Screamer tomorrow. So that sort of manga-inspired arcade racer, which looks quite good fun. Fair enough, Nick. But anyway, thanks everyone for popping in. Bit of a shorter stream today and a bit more all over the place because I didn't really know what I was doing, but hey ho. Hopefully catch you next time. Till then, bye for now.
16 to go, 16 laps to go. P-car coming. P-car 1 back. -9.4 now, -9.4.